Focus, darling. Eyes up. Look ahead. Look at the end of your obstacle. You should have brought Carl. Go, Sienna. Good girl. Just go. Don't weaken. Keep her straight and go. Keep her going. It's not really very deep, so it's okay. We need to dig the hole deeper.
Come on, doll.
Hey, this is Dave. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're in Crow, Oregon at Julie Fisher's property where she has had a trail competition for the last 18 years. What's your address here, Julie?
24662 Vaughn Road in Veneta, Oregon.
In Veneta, Oregon. And so for the last 18 years, there's been a trail competition here, and we're going to kind of go through the obstacles a little bit and give you some information about it. A trail competition. So we got a rider, we have a horse. So what do they do?
They navigate trail obstacles.
Trail obstacles. So my recollection of it, and I've taken some pictures, and so I'm kind of familiar right now with what you most recently did. But you have things like a rocking bridge where a horse has to go up the bridge. This is the rocking bridge. And then were you supposed to stop?
If I want to.
If you want to. Darlene, can you do the rocking bridge?
Oh, let's see. I'll see if I can step from the other end. From
Okay.
the wall side.
Look at Sienna go. Well, that was beautiful. Well, first I want you to put all 4 feet in the tire and spin around, because that's what we did like the 3rd trail course, and only 2 people could do it.
Good memory.
And then you spin around, keeping all 4 in. And so people couldn't do this back then.
Not back in the day, but everybody can do it now.
Everybody.
Everybody can do it now. That's why she stepped up to a squishy tire.
All right, show me the squishy tire. Oh my.
So there would be the squishy tire.
And you trying to get both on there?
2.
This looks harrowing. The holy box. How do you win at this competition? Or how do you do well at this competition?
You complete as many obstacles as you can, and you have a higher judged score.
Okay, and do you have all day to do an obstacle?
You
or
have a minute to do an obstacle.
a minute to do an obstacle. So you come up to an obstacle, you probably have some sort of line that says when you pass this line you start.
Start line.
You have a minute to do it. As long as you do it in the minute, you get to count that as a completed obstacle.
Correct.
And then you have different sections of the course,
We
right?
do. Yep.
And each of those sections has a judge, and the judge actually, what do they check form? Are they doing? They're judging something.
There's 6 obstacles in each section.
Uh-huh.
One of those 6 is judged, and the other 5 are just done on time. So 5 of them you just get done in your minute, and then the 6th one still usually takes a minute, but sometimes we allow a little longer, and it's judged on style and form and execution of it.
Is it style and form of the rider or the horse?
Horse and rider together, partnership, horsemanship skills.
Now you have people. You actually have a name of a group of ladies that are clamoring to volunteer at this event. What's their name?
The Cowgirl Crew.
Cowgirl Crew. So these ladies are the judges. So this one's called the car wash. Well, hi there. This is the carousel. So anything odd like this can freak a horse out, right?
Yeah.
And for them to get close enough to something and stay close enough, that's one of the problems.
Yeah.
So, when's the next competition?
August 12th through the 14th.
And if I lived in Eastern Oregon, could I be a part of that?
You could.
how would I do that? Who do I need to contact?
Me or Darlene,
Okay.
mostly Darlene, because she's in charge of the entries,
Okay.
and make arrangements. We allow camping, and we have some stalls and pens available for horses.
And so if they contact you, they go through Jay Fisher Training on Facebook?
Yes, that'll get Darlene or I, either one.
Oh, at the end of that competition, don't you do an extra thing at the end?
We do a last rider up event,
What does that mean?
an elimination style go through the trail course, so everyone enters and does one obstacle at a time instead of one person at a time. So if they are able to complete the obstacle as instructed, they get to move on to the next one.
Nice.
And so on and so forth until they eliminate everyone one at a time who can't get it done.
Nice. I've always been really impressed about the awards you give. So you give awards, prizes, and buckles. I'll call them buckles all by themselves. Because if you win your division, you get a buckle.
A Dale Chavez silver buckle.
They're beautiful. They're really nice buckles. You've also given away horse bridle buckles. Bridle buckles.
Saddle blankets. Lots of things.
Pretty much if you enter, you're going to win something.
Most of the time.
Yeah, so, and you really pour back to the community on that. So people can come do that. They don't have to do the last rider up.
They do not.
That's an extra event.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So can I ask you a few questions about your barn?
Sure.
So how long have you lived here?
30 years?
30 years. And did you build this arena?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got a drone picture where I kind of go up above the arena, and it'll be showing right now, and it's going to go out. And so my questions are kind of around that. So do you board horses?
Not really.
Not really. So that's not. But do you do training?
Training more people than horses now.
Yeah.
I used to do the training of the horses, but realized it's more important to train the people. So.
Okay. And
changed
so,
gears.
and do you have? My understanding is you also have clinics.
Yes.
Where you teach clinics.
Yep.
And you bring in special guest speakers. And are the clinics held indoors or outdoors?
Depends on the weather.
Okay. And I noticed that you have these two big circles when you go over the barn. There's two big circles with dirt in the middle of them. One's real big and one's smaller. What are those used for?
That's for cow sorting pens.
Cow sorting. And is there a clinic on cow sorting?
There sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. If I have the cattle and the weather's right, and yeah.
So how? And then you have an outdoor arena as
Yes.
well. Okay. So how would somebody know if there's a clinic that you're doing?
I usually put it on Facebook.
Facebook?
Jay Fisher Training Facebook page.
Jay Fisher Training. Should be able to remember that.
Yeah.
Facebook page. All right. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Abundant Life Space. I appreciate Julie opening up her barn and giving us a chance to look at the course. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have an abundant life. See ya.